A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers, on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and on the free Odyssey app.
High noon and welcome in. It is the Friday before the Super Bowl. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a Milwaukee Buck, and the Mason Crosby Show is gracing your earlobes and eardrums with the most dulcet tones in the history of sports talk radio. My name's Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. Tommy Wirtz is here, the Thomas. And Mason Crosby is in the house. What up, Mace?
What's up? Smelling salts have been activated.
Let's go.
Are you still good? Because mine, I think, wore out here. And
I don't know. I mean,
these became pretty communal. Like I had Ed and Charlie just ripping salts all the time when it was happening.
Shocker.
And now I don't think they work anymore. I don't think I need new ones.
it's almost down to the bottom, which I didn't realize it actually like.
Like you're
I'm like
inhaling all
I'm
this.
actually inhaling all of this. Like, all right. Well,
Yeah.
if something happens to me, you know what it was. It was the
Crystals,
smelling
yeah.
salts. I'm just, I'm watching golf because we're on Scotty Scheffler alert today. See if he can rebound. And it's the Waste Management Open, one of the
It's a
most
fun
exciting golf tournaments in the world. But we got a lot going on. Got a busy weekend coming up. So I'm happy it's Friday.
Yes.
But it's about to kick off some, we have basketball tonight. Nolan has an 8 a.m. basketball game tomorrow.
8
We
a.m.
have, I know.
No, thank you.
Like, what are they
No,
thinking?
thank you. Like, Mace.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
we
what are you
take
doing?
it out.
What are you
All right.
doing?
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
there it is. And
Okay.
the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Oh,
it's a
what-
Drake May.
Why does it have
Why-
quotations?
Why is it in parentheses?
Because that's his nickname. Like,
Oh.
all the kids it's Drake May. That's
Drake-
that's
Drake
what that's what all the
May.
kids call him.
No, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's the
That-
dumbest
that's like-
nickname of all
Of
time.
course it is. But go look up a meme and all of them
no.
say
Is this like 6'7" all over again?
it's
that
a
we're
little
explaining?
bit. I think it's a little bit
Yeah,
like that.
All
yeah.
right. All right. Well, I mean,
No,
he's
but this is Mason. I don't know if you heard this or not, but people are killing fanatics right now who make all that because they didn't make enough Patriots and Seahawks jerseys at the beginning of the season, so they ran out. So literally,
gosh.
I couldn't get a jersey that just said May on it, number
That's
10,
awesome.
because
I
they're
love
sold
that.
out. So I had to get the Drake May one. Actually, my daughter got it for me for my birthday. So
Drake May.
yeah,
No
Drake May,
one
Drake May.
expected this,
No.
right? And that's kind of what we're going to talk about a little bit, right? Like
Yeah,
you're saying, they sold out, they didn't make enough, they didn't expect these two teams to be in the Super Bowl.
Right.
And do you think that is why there's like the hype this week has been a little weird? Like it's
Yeah,
been
sure.
weird leading up to the Super Bowl. I know we have a couple thoughts. I loved your take, Mitch, so I'll
Yep.
let you share that one. Again, like there is now it's like I'm watching Waste Management. It's like there's all these things where it is taking your attention from what is always the biggest sporting event of the year, and that is the Super Bowl. So, Mitch, take it away with your thoughts.
So
on
I'll go
this.
with my thoughts, and then I'll also share. Kuhn had actually an interesting point as well when I did crosstalk with him.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, but shockingly, redheads can say something,
every once in a while.
So I think, and I don't think this is because the NFL started games on Christmas, but I love the poetry of NBA always owned Christmas, and the NFL interfered a couple of years ago, and now they have games on Christmas, and I don't like that at all.
3 games this year. Yeah.
And I think the NBA figured out like, oh, let's have our trade deadline on Thursday of Super Bowl week. I don't know if the NBA knew that like they were going to have 72 hours of trades starting with Anthony Davis and James Harden and then going through all the different Giannis rumors and everything that happened. But I think the trade deadline by the NBA absolutely took away some of the juice from Super Bowl
Well,
week.
and to back up your point, like being in the Milwaukee market during it did not help our case at all with Giannis.
Definitely
watch.
distracted.
Right.
Yeah, definitely distracted.
Which the Milwaukee market, the Green Bay market, should have been one of the biggest non-Super Bowl home teams in the Super Bowl markets, knowing that both GMs are from the Green Bay tree. Like the Packers and Seahawks history is real. And so to me, like, that should have been a big storyline, like Wolf and Schneider. And it just kind of everything went under the radar.
And on top of this, I'll bring it up with to back your point up here with another question. Like, why is it not being talked about enough when you have two pretty awesome stories on either side of this, right? And I'll ask you, Mason, first, which one you think might be the better story, where you have the Patriots, who have a first-year head coach, well, in a new situation, at least with Vrabel, and you have a second-year quarterback, Drake May, one of the youngest guys you could have to win a Super Bowl. Or on the alternate side, you have Sam Darnold, the quarterback who has been given up on so many times. He's a top 3 pick, went to the Jets, saw ghosts, had to leave, never got a chance, finally breaks through with the Minnesota Vikings, and they decide to go with a guy who doesn't know how to throw a football to be their quarterback for the next year. Like, both of those quarterbacks have amazing stories for the Super Bowl that no one's talking about, Mason. Which one do you think is better?
Yeah, I was thinking about that this today as well, and is there a lack of what we like to call, quote unquote, star power in this game though? Like, obviously some great storylines, the Sam Darnold, the Vrabel, like what these programs, have kind of overcome in the last year or two and like what they've built. But who are the stars? I sent you that meme, that gridiron. I
didn't get to watch it yet. I saw it on Instagram.
Gosh, it was so hilarious.
I know. I got to watch it.
And it's talking about, it's like all the whole Seahawks defense comes in at the end and they're like, we're going to let everyone's going to know your name after this game. Right. Cause it's like, who is their defense? Like, they are one of the best defenses. Right. Like, they are the best defense right now in the NFL. And you're kind of like, all right, I don't really know a lot of these guys, right? So I think there's a little bit of that.
Well, and one of the guys on the defense got hurt in practice like 2 days ago. And I said to Tommy, Umenyiora got hurt. And he's like, who? Like, to that point, Nick, when we're watching, we've heard of them, but like they're not common household names.
Yeah, they're just not household names. And I do love your point, Mitch, because the NBA trades stuff kind of stole some of the thunder. Where
no pun intended.
I didn't even watch like the media day, right? Like, it's usually goofy and funny, and like there's all kinds of wild things going on. I saw some of like what was on the Row, whatever, Radio Row.
Yep.
Like you're hearing and seeing some of that. But I mean, it's just kind of like, I haven't really heard too many of the players talking. Like, I haven't seen a lot, and maybe that's just me. I just haven't been watching those pieces as much, but I've been distracted by all these other things. NBA, this golf, like all the stuff is distracting. And it's a very interesting time right now.
The other thing, and this is the one that Kuhn brought up, is, you have a team that's far northeast, you have a team that's far northwest, and the game itself is on the West Coast. So I'm guessing a lot of these, like whether it's Radio Row or whatever it might be, a bunch of this stuff happens at weird times for
That's
Central and Eastern time zone, which are the media markets that are going to be covering this more than others. So it's like, I wonder how much of that has affected things.
Yeah, that's another great point. It's just kind of that perfect storm, and then. And it was Kuhn's point, so it was a good point. It wasn't a great point. It was a good point.
It was a good point. Yeah.
But then you go back to that where it's like, I think also nobody was prepared for this. Like at the beginning of the season, like jerseys, they didn't have enough. Like all these things, like everyone's just kind of like, okay, like we got to get our minds right for these two teams, because there was no expectation the Patriots were right away going to just be this team. Mind you, they had the easiest schedule in the history of the world.
Yep.
Mitch, nothing?
You're right. But I think another reason, like with these teams, is if Sam Darnold was like an outspoken, fun, loquacious guy, and we were all celebrating the Sam Darnold story, I think that would be something. I think because he's more reserved, that, I think because Drake May isn't super flashy. At least he doesn't seem super
Yeah, there's
flashy.
not the storylines aren't there.
And
Yeah.
especially with quarterback, right? Like the quarterbacks don't seem like a lot of times if it's Mahomes or if it's even Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, like I feel like there was a bigger quarterback storyline.
There's
like
no
Sam
juice,
Darnold should be the storyline. Like we should all know what he had for breakfast and like what his childhood was like.
Was his grandfather the Marlboro man?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like,
which
why isn't
is
that
pretty
a bigger
awesome.
deal? But why,
I know.
Why isn't all like this should be the week of celebrating Sam Darnold making the Super Bowl?
Did like pseudo injuries cause them not to speak? Like, is that something that, like, remember they were like, oh, there's an oblique on each one of these guys.
Right.
And
May
like,
has a shoulder and Darnold
they should get out of those things. Yeah.
Like, is that a dumb take by me? Or like they kind of made some dumb injuries around so each of these guys could focus up?
Just block some of those questions because people would have been asking all the Viking stuff, and
right.
It would have been a distractor, so that makes sense. But I still go back to like the star power, and you're talking about that. It's not just being a star on the football field, but it is like bigger than life personalities.
Yeah.
Like you're just not really seeing that. But like think about who the GMs are. Think about how these teams are built. They are the most Green Bay Packer teams that you're going to see like in a Super Bowl against each other.
That's right.
Two Packer GMs that built teams where name recognition was not a factor. It wasn't, we're just going to get this, flash in the pan, this guy. It's like we built a team because these guys are going to go out and sell out for this team, and they're going to give us the best chance to go be successful. So with that, they're probably running their organizations where they're like, hey, don't say a lot. Don't do a lot. Go out there and perform, show it out on the field.
We are the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers, of whom John Schneider and Elliot Wolf both worked for as part of the Green Bay Packers tree. 414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Talk and text line. Are you excited for the Super Bowl? Are you excited to watch the Super Bowl? Are you excited for the commercials? Are you excited for the pregame show by Green Day, the halftime show by Bad Bunny? Or are you watching the what Erica Kirk's special with what's his name and all the
just watch the halftime show. It's just like who cares at this point? Just watch the
guy from Detroit,
Kid Rock.
The Kid Rock.
Yes.
I'm
usually kind of getting everything reset at halftime. It's like in the background, and you're like, oh, okay.
And Mason, shocking. I think we brought this up last year, but I got to bring it up again today. What are you eating on Sunday during the game? What are you excited to eat? What's the best thing you're going to have to eat? Are you making plans already for food on Sunday? Because you don't want to be doing it during the Super Bowl. You don't want to miss the game or the commercials. You want the food to be ready, to be pre-planned, to be ready to go. Food is important, people.
Yeah,
no bread, Tommy.
I know. I think I'm just going like chicken wings. I don't think I can do anything else. Breaded. Right. I know. I'm aware. I'm aware of what no bread. Yes.
So 414-677-1250. And who do you think's going to win? The game opened 2 weeks ago. Seattle was a 3.5-point favorite. It immediately went to 4.5 and has stayed there for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. The game has not fluctuated at all. It has not gone up to 5. It has not come down to 4. That might happen Sunday as the Whales get their bets in Vegas, but it has stayed at 4.5 this entire time, unwavering, which again, Mason, I think adds more to the fuel of like, this is not an interesting Super Bowl for the masses because there hasn't been any shift. Even if it was like a half point here or there, it means there's gambling interest in the game. The fact that it stayed the same number this entire time, to me, shows like there is, in the gambling world, I'm sure there'll be billions or millions, hundreds of millions, whatever it is, but it just seems like there's a little less interest than normal.
Yeah, which is, it's fascinating. I don't know which teams would have driven that up. I guess if it were the Rams and Broncos, would it have felt different?
Rams are LA, so maybe a little, and
Stafford just won MVP.
Stafford won MVP last
year. Broncos would have killed it with Stidham. That would have been no one would have wanted to watch that. I mean, let's just call it how it is. Yeah.
Is there a chance? All right, this is totally off topic, but on topic-ish. If the Broncos had figured out a way to win the game, is there any way the Broncos go out and get a different backup quarterback for the Super Bowl? Like if they had won that game,
They're looking.
Stidham had that turnover, and the defense wins that game 10-7 or 7-3 or something like that, and Stidham is absolutely inadequate. Mason, do you think it's like? I mean, you are allowed to sign guys.
Sure, yeah. Like, anyone that's like just a
free agent,
not on a team.
There are guys out there like would Denver do your due diligence in that case?
Yeah, like I wonder who was available, like what name?
Phillip Rivers.
I'm not bringing
the Super Bowl was on NBC, meaning anyone who broadcasts on Fox would have a free weekend.
Are you saying Tom Brady goes to the Broncos
with the Broncos?
Come on.
I'm just saying Phillip Rivers was 4 years removed. I think I would take 4 years removed. Tom Brady, 50 years old, and Jarrett Stidham.
Is Nick Foles on a team right now?
Okay. Nick Foles, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, Tannehill.
Yeah.
Oh. Listen, guys.
I know.
Clayton Tune.
I mean,
deep dive.
It didn't come to Clayton Tune. It didn't come to that, but I do wonder if like Denver would have had to do that. 414-677-1250 is the phone number. We'd love your thoughts on the Super Bowl. But again, we also know that you here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, like you're not interested in this game. Like everybody's going to watch the game, but people aren't interested in this game, Mason, which is just weird. That's wild that like we have a Super Bowl and does everybody just think Seattle's going to win?
I know it's bad. Like I don't have a plan right now.
Okay.
And it is that it's kind of funny.
Crosby like of you and Molly.
You know what was really on Crosby also was not thinking this week through how much I wasn't paying attention to like the buildup of the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So I forgot I had John Schneider's phone number. And I just texted him.
Yeah.
And he said he responded right back. Talk about the type of guy he is, right? I'm sure they're a little busy, but it's one of those where I have no plan. Like I obviously have all the kids. Molly's out of town. I'm like, do I want to do anything? Do I want to host anything? I don't know. Yeah, she's gone through Monday.
Okay, so it's you and the kids. So
we have 2 basketball games. I have one on Sunday. Like the little tournament starts on Sunday. So got to have those kids locked in. And then, Saturday night, a big dance. I mean, this is going to be a big one. Like once the Super Bowl comes, I'm going to be like, all right, I can finally like chill out for a moment.
This is going to end up with Crosby having 20, 15-year-old boys over at his house on Sunday.
No one's already invited them over, bro. You just don't know about it yet.
It's about to be a party in Nashville.
Scotty Tiffany texts in 414-677-1250. Husband is making ribs and hash brown casserole and will have lots of beer. Go Seahawks. Let Minnesota keep kicking themselves.
Nice.
And I think that is a little bit of the Packers fandom right there, Mason, right? Is that like it's already salt in the wound for the Vikings and for their organization. But if Darnold wins, it's just even more salt in the wound. It's just even, how can you be so stupid of an organization to go with J.J. McCarthy over potentially the Super Bowl champion quarterback? Imagine if Darnold wins the MVP. I mean, if they win the game, he's probably, unless the defense goes crazy, he's probably going to win the MVP because they just give it to quarterbacks now.
Yeah.
What if Sam Darnold is the Super Bowl MVP, Mason?
But Crosby, it's the Seahawks.
I know. It's hard, man. I don't know. Like I have a hard time. I think that's some of the side of this too. And like Packers fans, they're like, well, we really don't like the Seahawks from all of the experience and all of that. So my side of things is just, okay, I like the GMs.
Yep.
There's a few little storylines. Former coach Mike Smith is on the Patriots.
Okay, what does he coach?
He is I think he's linebackers coach.
Okay.
Maybe run game coordinator.
So he was with the Packers?
He was with the Packers.
Outside linebackers coach.
Okay. Outside
linebackers.
They
don't trust him with all the linebackers, just the outside ones.
Yeah.
But so he was my neighbor in Green Bay. Family's close. So there's some storylines there, but these teams just kind of, it's like the Patriots, no offense, like rub people the wrong way because of history with Belichick and the Spygate and the Deflategate and all the things. And then the Seahawks kind of are like the West Coast version of that at times, where it's like, man, the stuff that happened against us on the Fail Mary and like how it's not, these aren't teams that you feel like you root for all the time. You kind of want to see them fail every once in a while. So it's interesting. And I think those are going to be, I think there's going to be a lot of people watching, like hoping for some sort of chaos and carnage that might ensue. And then that storyline, I love that from Scotty, Tiffany, where it's just like, let's just watch this and hope Sam Darnold does well so we can just troll the Vikings a little bit more.
Absolutely.
It can be as simple as that, right?
Tommy?
Yeah, but he's just like, if he folds, everyone's like, oh, well, that's the Sam Darnold we all know is going to be there, right?
What if he doesn't fold
and
but he
I
doesn't win?
I'm sorry, Mitch. Like, I'm over the Patriots winning Super Bowls for the rest of life, too.
Mason,
like,
I think that's part of it, too, what Tommy just said.
I just can't see the Patriots win any more Super Bowls, and I hate that I'm, like, rooting for the Seahawks in this game. But
are you rooting for the Seahawks, or you're just like...
I'm rooting for Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
I hope Sam Darnold wins.
Anti-Patriots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like, you won enough.
I know.
You won 6 the last 25 years.
But different quarterback and different coach.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah, different coach who was a part of all the Super Bowl teams at the time. Like, no, that's dumb with your dumb fake jersey shirt and whatever it is, too.
Matt LaFleur is the coach of the Green Bay Packers.
He is.
And the Green Bay Packers were great with Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
And with Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love, they've been good, but I would argue not great.
Sure.
If you look at the record, just looking at the record,
they've been good.
It looks like Jordan Love's going to be great, and we expect greatness from the Packers in the future. The Patriots, now I know it was 3-14. It wasn't 9-7-1 or anything like that. But the Patriots had a succession plan, groomed Jared Mayo for years to take over, had young coaches. They were ready to do it. The second it didn't work, they snapped decision, changed everything.
Yeah.
And I know as a Packers organization and as Packers fans, we don't want that. We don't want snap decision year after year after year after year after year. But there's something to be said for the Patriots realized this wasn't going to work, and they didn't hem and haw. They didn't let it marinate. They made a decision immediately and went a different direction.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. I mean, and it paid off right away.
Yeah.
I sent y'all that text, and kind of my point with it about Mahaffey and some of these coaches, especially on the offensive side of the ball, with the controls that Matt LaFleur has in place and how he sets up that offense. You had a run game coordinator and tight ends coach now for the Eagles as your wide receiver coach in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Like, is that just a miss? Like, is that just putting a guy in a spot saying, like, all right, just make sure the guys know how to run my offense. I don't need you to do anything else. And I think if that's the case, that's a huge miss.
I think that's what it is, though.
Finding staff that is going to make your players better.
And having a staff that's going to challenge you a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if there's just a staff,
you just give someone an opportunity, they're going to be like, "Oh, thank you. I'm going to do exactly what you want me to do."
Right. You hired me to do this job. I'll do this job.
Yeah.
Instead of like empowering people to play to the level above them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man, Mason, Mason, I love you on the radio.
Empower people.
Right.
We try to empower.
I love you here. I love doing a radio show with you. But you need to be like an executive level with the NCAA or with a school or with a team. Like, you need to run an organization. You're with all due respect,
I can't even run
Tommy,
my house. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that.
Well, we'll find out on Sunday when you have 15-year-olds running around. This is the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. We've got Jay Saunders from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. He's going to come on at 1 o'clock to talk about some of the prop bets and all the fun stuff going on there for the big game that's happening in California. We're going to talk a little bit about Giannis. Also, we want to talk about the Pro Football Hall of Fame, right? We got to talk about Fitz, right? Let's talk about Larry Fitzgerald and that class when we come back. How about that?
For sure. I would love to break down some of and Vinatieri.
Yeah,
you got to talk about
my people too.
Right,
exactly.
And I still want you to text in 414-677-1250. What are you eating on Sunday? This is the Mason Crosby Show. Has AC/DC, they've played a halftime show, right? They must have played. Did you see Tommy go downstairs, by the way?
No, he didn't.
Did he go down the stairs?
He didn't even pay attention. I literally did it for you right there. I just walked down the stairs.
Well, let me go down the stairs and get you, and then I'll come back.
AC/DC has never played a Super Bowl halftime show?
He can't hear you. He's downstairs.
I know, but there he's coming. All right.
Okay, all right,
Thanks for
we're
getting
back.
Tommy
I'm coming back. Hey,
Yep.
I found you, Tommy. I had to go away for a second.
Dude.
Listen, I'm not a Bad Bunny guy. I think his music's very popular. I don't debate that. Shouldn't AC/DC have played? Like, I get they're Australian, so they're not American. Bad Bunny's American. AC/DC's not. But shouldn't AC/DC?
They had to have it.
No, they have never
didn't?
played
Yeah.
a Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like they should. We've got a couple good texts in. Speaking of what we were just talking about here on the Mason Crosby Show presented by Verizon, 414 says nobody's interested in the Super Bowl because now, first of all, 414, we speak for ourselves. We don't speak for everyone. I'm interested in the Super Bowl, and I'm part of nobody. So nobody's interested in the Super Bowl because much like all the awards shows, sports is no longer an avenue to get away from the politics of the world. I disagree. Like, it might be sprinkled in a little bit, but I think it's still a pretty good avenue to get away from
I will
politics.
also say this. Sports is just a microcosm of society in a
too,
way,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So unfortunately, that's unavoidable, it feels like.
Mhm.
Even regardless.
Yeah, there's always going to be something you're really excited about and probably not happy about.
Yeah.
And you just have to decide like how deep you want to dive into it. I mean, that's just kind of how these types of things work.
414 continues. People are exhausted of it. I've been a diehard football fan and was once a fantasy writer. I won't be watching. And I think, and again, I think 414 more than comfortable. Like you have a voice for yourself.
Sure.
You won't be watching. We'll be watching. Well, I know lots of people who will be watching. 920 says Pats played in the easiest division, Seahawks in the toughest division. Frank in Fort. Definitely true. I assume that's Fort Atkinson.
Yeah, I think that's why it's just kind of like one of those where like those betting lines, it's just like, I mean, football, like if you just look at the football game in a sense, like Seahawks should win this game.
Yeah.
It is the Super Bowl. It's the Patriots. And I think everyone's a little weary of that it is the Patriots. If it was any other franchise with kind of all the stuff and like the easy schedule, all the question marks on can they play up against a really good team like this? I think that line would even maybe be higher. There might be more like you'd see something, but it's like this is the Patriots. Like they know how to win championships. Like we better figure this thing out.
Did they let the Patriots in the script writing get to the Super Bowl and maybe ultimately win the Super Bowl so that they could forget about Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft both not making the Hall of Fame?
I mean, that makes sense. The script
right?
was already written, actually, or did like they couldn't let them in because Vinatieri was going in, and they're just like, we can't have three Patriots. Yeah.
Well, except that next year Gronk is up for it,
and let them win the Super Bowl.
Right. But next year, is Gronk going to be a first-time ballot? Is he going to go in with Kraft and Belichick next year? But let's talk about this year's class. Drew Brees,
stud.
Larry Fitzgerald,
super stud.
Yeah, probably the best.
Kuechly,
stud for a short time.
Stud, yeah, like his length of time is a little.
Adam Vinatieri,
goat.
Yep.
And Roger Craig.
Senior
Roger
committee.
Craig was really good.
Yeah.
Senior stud.
Yeah. But you, I mean, I remember watching Roger Craig, and he was part of those Niners teams, and he was awesome.
That was an old guy joke coming in
let's
there.
Let's start with Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah.
Just because this is the kicker show. We are the Mason Crosby show.
For sure. There's only 4 full-time specialists in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Can you name them?
Yeah, it's Ray Guy.
Yep.
Jan Stenerud.
Okay.
Morton Anderson, and now Vinatieri.
Wow. Is that not enough?
I mean, there's going to be more, but I don't know. I mean, the game changed so much. Like again, whenever I came into the league, like 80% wasn't a bad clip.
80% was a good clip.
Yeah. So exactly. So like kickers there wasn't an expectation of amazing success and greatness there. Right now, I will say like modern kickers should get a bigger nod. It's going to be interesting. Not to add any like fluff, but like Justin Tucker, right?
Nope, he's done.
I know, like what,
Like
that, like what a career like that is going to like not be documented in the Hall of Fame.
Is he done, or is there a chance he comes out of this investigation clean? Like, is it? I don't know. I don't know the answer. Like, I don't
know, but like Hall of Fame wise, like,
right.
is it? I mean, is that enough to just like say like,
if Deshaun Watson wins 4 Super Bowls in a row, are they going to put him in?
I mean, he got clear and he's playing in the NFL.
Right.
I don't know. I mean,
Vinatieri played 24 seasons.
Yeah.
That's
all time
24 10 with the Patriots, 14 with the
like
Colts.
That was a no-brainer. Yeah. I mean, Vinatieri is a no-brainer.
He should have got in on the first ballot last year. You scored the most points ever in a game, which it is who has more points than the other guy.
Yeah.
Like
and the Super Bowls and the
right
like
and clutch and all of them.
1, 2 Super Bowls.
Yes.
We can debate the Patriots dynasty and based on the Charles Woodson tuck fumble call. But the fact that Vinatieri made that kick in a crazy driving snowstorm, a 45-yarder
in that Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
no, Vinatieri is not up to like for debate if he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
But the next one I want to talk about is maybe our favorite guy on this list, and we all like Drew Brees. But Larry Fitzgerald is just like, he's second most receptions and receiving yards to Jerry Rice, of course. Larry Fitzgerald's like. And you pointed it out, Tommy, and we've all seen this stat. More tackles than drops in his career.
Yeah, that's
like Romeo Dobbs has more drops that like in one game than Fitzgerald.
Well, I don't even think you have to go that far down. Like Devontae Adams probably had more drops in his first 2 years, than Larry Fitz his whole career.
His whole career.
Devontae's going to be a Hall of Famer.
I sent y'all that list of quarterbacks that he played with, and that to me was shocking. I'll read off the names if y'all haven't seen this: Josh McCown, Sean King, John Navarre, Kurt Warner,
Navarre,
Cudahy zone.
John Navarre.
There it is.
I was doing a text. I was sending a text. I'm sorry.
Yep, it's okay.
Tim Rattay, Matt Leinart, Brian St. Pierre. Derek Anderson, Kevin Cobb. Remember Kevin Cobb? Max Hall, John Skelton, Richard Bartell. I didn't know. Like, who's that?
Old Dickie Bartell.
Brian Hoyer, Ryan Lindley, Carson Palmer, Drew Stanton, Blaine Gabbert, Josh Rosen, Sam Bradford, our own Brett Hundley, Mike Glennon, and Kyler Murray.
Man.
Like,
what a bunch of bums.
Right? I mean, to think that he is the second leading receiving yards,
ever,
reception, all of his stats. I mean, stud. And he's a Hall of Famer. Like, what a stud.
And great guy.
Oh, and he's
by all accounts,
the best.
There are story after story after story of him helping people and being kind to people and taking extra time to sign for kids and doing just all the right things.
Did you see I don't know if you were watching either the Honor Show or any Twitter clips, but also thought it was really cool just to see the impact Randy Moss kind of had on Larry Fitzgerald's career, because Larry was a ball boy for the Minnesota Vikings when he first got into the swing of football in high school, and Randy Moss let Larry Fitzgerald take his car to prom. He had he was like, yeah, go ahead, take it. You can do that. And said he was a huge influence in him, and what better guy to idol, than Randy Moss, one of the all-time greats too. I thought they had a lot of cool stories surrounding that as well.
Yeah, I mean, again, Larry Fitzgerald, we talk about energy, effort, and attitude. I mean, he has all those, and he goes out and balls. He's accountable. He's available. He just literally checks every single box of what you would want in a Hall of Famer and in a stud receiver in this league. So congrats to Larry Fitzgerald. That's well-deserved for sure.
That's awesome. And then Drew Brees.
Yeah.
I mean, no brainer, right?
And Luke Kuechly. Yeah.
All right. Well, Drew Brees is no brainer. Luke Kuechly's debatable.
Yeah. Let's debate that one for a second. All right. So he had 8 seasons. Okay. I mean, what was he? 4-time All-Pro or 3-time All-Pro? 4-time,
7-time Pro Bowl, 5-time All-Pro.
So he just came out the gate.
An all-decade team.
Yeah, he just came out, and it's he had 8 amazing years.
Yeah, his second year in the league, he was the defensive POY. He was Defensive Player of the Year, second year. And then concussions are what got to him. Yeah.
All those splash things obviously help that cause. Like that is defensive player of the year, all pros, all of those things, well deserved. But again, yeah, like you said, like relatively short career, but it doesn't take a long career to be, deemed
right
one of the best, to ever do it.
At least 100 tackles in all 8 seasons, led the league in tackles twice. He deflected a staggering 67 passes and had 18 interceptions from the linebacker position. Yeah.
He was a stud, man. He's an all-decade guy for sure.
Yeah.
Like he is.
I don't question it. Yeah, I'm not questioning that one.
Did they put Patrick Willis in last year too? Right? Like, didn't he just get in? So if Patrick Willis is a retire early getting in guy, Luke Kuechly is too. I mean, they were at the peak at the same time in my mind.
Yeah, just came out right away, like at a high level, and just rode it for as long as they could. And it's like, obviously, if that guy plays 20 years or 10 years or 15 years, like his accolades are even higher, or he might just not be able to walk right now. So
also, dumb guy thought, what if they leave out Belichick and Kraft and Gronk next year again to save them so that they can go in with Brady? Yeah. And then they put a whole class of just that era of Patriots.
I feel like you got to have Brady by himself. Like
just like no one else.
You can't overshadow
no other Patriots.
No other Patriots. Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel like you got to separate those out, because then you go into that question, or not, for the drama of it, where it's like they win the Hall of Fame the same time, or they like, was it Brady? Was it Belichick?
We get. So we'll get like 7 more books about the Patriots dynasty coming out.
Just help them line their pockets.
What if like Bill Belichick's or bust is like deflated on one side and Tom Brady's is on the other side? Like you can merge them together.
I think Belichick would be more likely to have like a camera.
Belichick just has like a camera. Yeah. Like they put like AI glasses, like the Google glass,
and on his other shoulder, Jordan, like a little like mini Jordan on his shoulder.
Not Michael, his girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. This is the Mason Crosby Show, the latest NFL Hall of Fame class. Of course, they'll get their flowers and all that stuff, and we'll see them at the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is coming up this Sunday. We'll preview it more. When we come back, we'll touch on Mr. Antetokounmpo, who is staying in Milwaukee, at least for now. This is the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon.
Thank goodness.
This is the Mason Crosby Show. Mitch Nellis, Tommy Works, Mason Crosby here with you. And the name to know, of course, is Ousmane Dieng. Mace,
Yes.
Ousmane Dieng.
All right, that's the guy. That's it, huh?
That's the guy.
Okay.
He started the trade deadline on the Oklahoma City Thunder. He was then traded to Charlotte, and then traded to Chicago, and then traded to Milwaukee as pieces of trades.
He doesn't know where he is now.
He does not know where he is. There is weather in Oklahoma City, but like, welcome to Milwaukee, welcome to winter, welcome to Wisconsin.
Do you know anything about him?
Very little. I know he's a Frenchman. His father played like semi-pro basketball in Senegal, I
Bucks
believe.
are trying to get younger. He's 22, right?
Nice.
He's 6'9" or 6'10". He's athletic. I know that the coach of the Thunder, Mark Daigneault, had some really nice things to say about him as he was traded out of Oklahoma City, that we wish we could have developed him more. We didn't really have a spot for him. The Bucks certainly looking for have minutes for a big man.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with Bobby a little banged up right now.
For sure.
Seeing how Miles is going to play, but he's missed a couple of games here and there. Pete Nance has actually come in and done a really nice job over the past week to 10 days for the Bucks. But if they see something in Dieng, I also don't know, he might go back and forth between the Wisconsin Herd, play a little bit in Oshkosh in the G League as he's done. He was the 2024 G League Championship Finals MVP.
There you go.
In that, so there's a little bit there. But the bigger news, of course,
playing
is
some
that,
significant ball, which is good.
Yep. The bigger news, of course, is that Giannis is still a Milwaukee Buck for now. And I don't know if you saw his social media after the trade deadline, but little Leo DiCaprio from Wolf of Wall Street. And
I love the comments that he's coaching the Celebrity All-Star game, right? And
he's
Shams is on
Shams,
yeah.
It's funny because
I love that
Doc
stuff.
said that at his press conference, and it didn't, it kind of fell flat.
It didn't land.
And granted, I don't know that if Doc Rivers knows how to tell a joke, but that should have hit. That should have hit.
Do you guys want to hear it? Because I have,
Do you have
it right
it?
here.
Yeah,
So,
play it.
yeah.
I want to hear. I saw it, but I wasn't able to hear it yesterday.
Yeah, Doc Rivers, maybe just not in the mood necessarily to crack a lot of jokes based on his play, but here he is talking about Shams.
You guys want a Giannis update? All right. Okay. Oh, no, I was just talking about, he's going to coach the celebrity game. Right? You guys see that? No, he did inform me that he's going to put Shams on the trading block today, and he's just going to listen to offers. So I'm just going to go make that announcement right now.
I think it's funny.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
He's like smiling like this like the entire time.
Yeah.
He was throwing shade. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean,
Did you see what Quick Trip tweeted?
No, I did not.
Quick Trip this morning tweeted "Happy Friday" to everyone except for Shams, and they tagged Shams in the tweet. Man,
but here's again though, like we said, he is a mouthpiece and press secretary for the NBA, and we talked about
for ESPN
and we talked about how some of that thunder has maybe been stolen from Super Bowl week. I mean, that's his job. He literally it's just you keep feeding that machine. And it's people were paying attention, whether they wanted to or not, whether they believed him or not. You're forced to pay attention, and I think that is probably what irks me the most, because I'm I want to rebel and I'm gonna kind of push against that system, but I'm you got to try to figure out if what he is saying is accurate, and I'm glad it wasn't, and I'm glad that that Giannis is here to stay, and it looks like some people on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line are pretty pumped about it as well. We got 262 Bucks Nation all in on Giannis finishing as a Bucks. Bucks Nation all in on Giannis. Oh, that was the same one. Greek Freak is here to stay for Bucks future to revamp the franchise around him. Let's hope that's the case.
Yep, we will see, and of course we'll have the offseason for that to happen. But and it'll give Shams obviously the opportunity to say immediately, as we all are, now we wait till June. Now we wait to see. Now we wait, and then if he's still a buck, we wait till October 1st because that's the date he can sign the Supermax. And what does that mean? So it'd be nice if he just came out and said, "I'm going to sign the Supermax with the Bucks."
Let's just do it.
Yeah, he's not going to say that because he knows. Like he's weighing his options. He's seeing. He's figuring out. Like we all are. We're figuring out life. We only get to live once, and so we're all figuring it out. Some of us figure it out.
Just stay a buck. Come on.
Just stay at home with like 15-year-olds and let them run wild. He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. Jay Saunders with Potawatomi Hotel and Casino coming up next right here on the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon.
A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers, on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and on the free Odyssey app.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon. Programming note, Steve Sparky Pfeiffer out today. I'll be here from 2 to 4, and Tim Allen, the franchise, will be here from 4 to 5. Charlie, Charlie?
Tommy, you've changed.
What
Got a
is
little
going
hairier,
on?
a little taller, yeah.
Wow, the gentle
Just something.
giants in the house.
How's it going?
And for this segment, maybe only, Charlie in for Tommy on our show. So, Charlie, welcome.
Thank you. We got corporate Tommy going on right now. So,
Corporate Tommy,
I
Mace.
had to fill in a little bit.
What do you think about that?
I mean, that's just expected. There was
Right.
you don't have to say anything else because that's just how I see him every day.
That is real. That is real.
That is real life.
Joining us now on the guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law, one call, that's all. Senior P with the Potawatomi Casino Hotel. He is Saunders. Jay, looking good, my man.
Mitch, I would say the same to you, but you know.
But
You want
know.
some? Come get some. Let's go.
And by the way, as we come to you live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook, what a surprise that Tommy isn't here for my segment, because the ongoing joke is Tommy wants none of this heat. None.
Wow.
So what a surprise. What
I
a
love
surprise that Charlie is here for this segment and this segment alone. So, Charlie, good for you.
Thank you. I
Nice.
appreciate that.
I love that
don't
you're
dodge
throwing
the smoke.
shade at him.
Yeah.
Let's just make this whole segment about throwing
shade
smoke at Tommy.
I love
I have no issue with that, Mason. None.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
Well, Jay, let's start right away with Sunday. And before we get to the spread and the numbers, all the fun things that are going on at the sports book, at the annex, at the hotel casino in general. Fill us in on all the cool things going on Sunday.
So we're here at the sports book right now. There is I'd call it a smattering of people watching the Phoenix Open. But come Sunday, this place will be chaos with amazing with amazing big game energy. Where we'll have, as you could only imagine, big game, bigger party here at Potawatomi. We only know how to go big when it comes to big events. Sportsbook obviously going to be packed. We're going to have an event over at our Sportsbook Annex. It's a big tailgate event sponsored by Yingling, which of course brand new.
Yep. Got to shout out
Love it.
Yingling in Wisconsin. Yingling in
Loving
Wisconsin,
it.
right? Yep.
I absolutely love it. People are slowly. I call it Pennsylvania's spotted cow. That's how I've been. That's how I've been.
Good way to put it.
Describing it. So, Yingling's going to sponsoring the tailgate party for us in the annex, and then the game it'll be on all over the place. Rock and Brews, our restaurant, 1100 bar and lounge. Pretty much anywhere you can find a screen, you're going to find the game. But that tailgate at the annex, get on our website, get your reservations. It's going to be an all-you-can-eat buffet. You get some free drinks with that, including the Yingling. So it's and of course the game itself on the big screens in the annex as well. So it is going to be absolutely electric here. I've been joking with my coworkers. If I have to work on a Sunday, which I will be here, at least I get to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly right.
Love that.
No, I was in the sports book. What was that on Sunday night, I guess? And the Bucks were playing, and it does always just shock you when you walk in there, and it's like the screens. And I mean, y'all were playing like our old Super Bowl. Packers were playing over here. Got the Bucks game, all this stuff. I mean, it's just such a viewing mecca to watch all these events. So what can people do to get into that, the main sports book area? Are you taking reservations for that, or is that first come, first serve?
So we do have reservations for the sports book right now. They are all booked up, but we do have, we do have a big bar inside of the sports book, and everyone can see the screen from outside of the sports book. It's one of the things that really makes it really makes it cool, because it's only a 2,000 square foot screen. So I mean, if that's okay with anyone who wants
You can
to watch
see it
the game,
from space, basically.
So I mean, there'll be plenty of action inside the sports book when it comes to viewing, when it comes to betting on the game, when it comes to just big game madness. I mean, it's just last year electric, and this year I can only imagine we're going to kick it up a notch.
I got a question for you. I'm new to the the sports betting space. As far like obviously seen it all, like been around it, playing, but like
but Jay, you should know that Mason Crosby played in the NFL, and when you play in the NFL, you're not allowed to gamble. Like that's a rule.
You're always good at giving those.
I kind of just like I work here, and employees are not allowed to gamble here either. So Mason, I feel your pain.
There you go. Exactly right. Mitch also explained to me how over-unders work as well, basically in the same classy way he just explained that to you. But I am curious, like what I've always wondered, like how many bets come in on simple things like the prop bets, like the coin flip and who's going to receive the opening kickoff and like those types of things. Are those like heavy bets, or is that just kind of people in the sports book having fun, like making little side wagers?
All of it. I mean, really, like for a lot of people, this is their first, kind of entry into sports betting. Or if people aren't really interested in the game, but they want to be here for the fun, they'll make wagers on some of those prop bets, like the coin toss, how long the national anthem is going to take to sing. Things along. There are nearly 1,200 ways you can bet on this game.
Wow.
Here at the sports book right now and through Sunday. It's absolute insanity. It took me like a half hour to read through all of the different ways that you can bet on this game here, and it's some of them are the normal things like the over under, the money line. There are a lot of other things like how many over under on number of passing yards Sam Darnold will have. One of my favorites was, will an offensive lineman score a touchdown?
That's a good one.
And then Mason, just for you, I looked this one up. The over under on number of field goals is 3.5.
Okay. That's some good defenses. That makes sense.
The over under on made field goals 3.5. By the way, I would take the over.
I'd take the over all day, especially with these defenses for sure. I think it's going to be a little bit of a scrappy game early, and then Seahawks are probably going to pull away in the second half.
I also think both teams have seen what happens when you go for it on fourth down in field goal range and don't get it. Just ask the Denver Broncos about that, and I think they're going to want the points. I think they're going to want to take the points. Jay, that was going to be my follow-up. Jay Saunders, Senior PR Manager with Potawatomi Casino Hotel, joining us here on the Mason Crosby Show. Like, any non-sports related wagers jump out to you? Like those are all in-game wagers, but like whether it's coin toss or color of the Gatorade or those types of things, like any of those things, just like, do you ever scratch your head and be like, wait a minute, you can bet on that?
So I was sad to find out the color of the Gatorade is not among the 1,200
It's not an
bets.
option.
Really?
Come on.
I was really saddened by that because I've seen that bet on in the past.
Yeah.
And it cracks me up. The one I mentioned earlier about the over under on the length of the Star Spangled Banner is always a personal favorite of mine. It was one that stuck out at me this year. There are a couple others, like number of times you'll see Bad Bunny in the crowd, number of times, I think it was number of times a Kelsey brother is mentioned.
Well, I'm sure. Last year it was like how many times Taylor Swift was shown.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
So it's there are a lot of strange ones like that. There are several that are Tom Brady related, even though he's not calling the game. It was, like, how long is it going to take to mention Tom Brady in the actual broadcast of the game?
First 5 minutes.
It's a guarantee.
Right.
As soon as the Patriots are on offense,
yes.
you're going to be calling it. Yeah.
Yes. And how I think that I don't know if this is one of ours, but I heard how long it'll take to mention Bill Belichick not getting into the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah. Oh right. Him and Kraft.
That might be in the opening. Yeah, kind of intro to the game.
Another one. That's another one that I've heard. So it's, but it's like I said, it's all fun, especially for people who, like I said, aren't necessarily in on the game, but kind of want to put some money on something strange. Or different, I should say. It's all there, and it's just going to be so much fun. And we have 94 self-serve kiosks that people can make wagers on. We've got our ticketing window that's inside the sports book, and then you can go on our website and put together, like if you have a parlay you want to put together, you can put together your bet before you come to the casino, and you'll get a QR code, and you can scan the QR code at one of the other windows in the sports book. So if you don't have, you can set that up ahead of time and come in and immediately scan the QR code, and your bet is made.
One I'm going to pass along to everybody right now. I really like the over on Drake May's rushing yards, just because we saw that the offensive line for the Patriots isn't great, and Drake might have to scramble a little bit, and they usually have a couple planned runs as well. So I'm going to give that one free of charge. Drake May, I think it's 29.5 or something like that.
Well, that's pretty high.
There's also one, Mitch, where it's the over under on Drake May's longest rush being 13.5 yards.
Take the over. He's going to hit 130-yarder. Where the Seahawks, where Seattle's just in Mandy, they're not paying attention to Drake. Drake always in big games, he always hits 130-yarder. But Jay, I got to get back to, like, for all the people who are just casual fans who aren't necessarily looking to wager, what's on the buffet? Like, what are some of the highlights of the food on Sunday?
It's funny because I ran into one of our chefs on the way into work today, and I asked him, I'm like, so Chef Patrick, what are we going to see on Sunday? And he wouldn't give it up.
Nice.
He said they've got some surprises. We've got our normal menu here at the sportsbook, but for the tailgate, I can only imagine there's going to be we had an event here last weekend with a buffet. There was a brat slider that went over really well. I think you'll see some of the traditional tailgate fare, but
you gotta assume there's going to be like the team themes as well, right?
There
little lobster roll. I feel like you got to have lobster roll, and you got to have like some sort of like some sort of fish, oyster, something like that, right?
Our chefs always come up with something special, and it'll be interesting to see exactly what we've got cooking here on Sunday.
I love it. Jay, I got another question for you. We were talking earlier in the show how
wait, Mason.
Yeah, John Saunders joining. Sorry, Jay. My bad.
Yeah, you two have it out for a second here.
Yeah. Look who's here.
Jay, you don't even know how bad I wanted to be here, but instead I had to go show up to a canceled meeting after it already started and then was canceled. And now I'm back here.
That's how corporate Tommy works.
I was watching on my phone as the ish talking ensued on this show. And I wouldn't have missed it for the world unless, of course, I thought I had a meeting, which I did, that then was canceled 4 minutes after everyone was wondering where the meeting was.
You know what they say? Excuses are like...
Yeah. I got it. I love it.
Tommy could only stand a couple minutes of this heat. I get it.
Over under 10.5 minutes on if Tommy was going to be back. The overhead.
Yeah, he tried to keep it like the meeting was canceled like right away. He was just sitting in there getting coffee, hanging out.
I needed a dramatic entrance for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
You deserve it.
Well, Jay, let me ask you a serious question. Relatively, I guess these yahoos over here. We were talking earlier on the show how it just kind of felt weird. There's been a lot going this week. The trade deadline for the NBA. You know, I'm watching some golf right now. A lot of noise leading up to the Super Bowl, and we noticed like the line for the game in a lot of places has just kind of been stagnant. Like, are y'all seeing that there at the sports book? Or are y'all getting a lot of action coming in one way or the other right now?
The line has been stagnant. I think I'm not a super expert on this, but I would imagine between all of the, the noise that you're talking about going on, a lot of people paying attention to what was going to happen with Giannis. And I think a lot of people are just kind of about this Super Bowl. Neither team has a lot of excitement to it. You didn't, I think I read somewhere that this was the least odd, the worst odds of having these two teams in the Super Bowl to begin the season. I think a lot of people, unless you're Mitch Nellis, I think a lot of people are just kind of about this game, and so they'll throw some. I mean, don't get me wrong, plenty of action going on, but
Sure.
I don't think that. I think the fact that a lot of people might not know a lot about these two teams, so there's not a lot of action to swing either way. I think that's another part of it is unfamiliarity. You didn't see a lot of Seattle and New England on national broadcast this year, and if you did, you weren't necessarily paying attention because Drake May kind of came up and surprised people. Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
There was some sort of intrigue there about, what would happen after Minnesota kicked him to the curb, but it's just there hasn't been a lot of buzz around either of these teams, on the exact opposite of last year when you had Philly and Kansas City.
For sure.
That's a great point.
That was a great way. Yeah, great way to put it. Tommy, since you came in late, do you have any questions about what's going on there?
Yeah, I mean, Jay, are you still got room for Sunday? Can people still get involved if they want to get down to the Potawatomi Sportsbook? Can you get a table, or is it going to be standing room? Did they ask this already?
So Tommy claims that he was watching, but then asks the
God.
question.
All right. This was a setup. This was a setup. I don't
Total
even
setup job.
This was a setup. This was a setup. I'm sorry for trying to plug the business. My bad. That's on me. Corporate Tommy was in full effect.
That's right.
My apologies. But to answer your question, Tommy, since you were late to the party, don't be late to this party. The sportsbook, all the seats are filled, but it's not like you can't see the game from outside the book. Plus, we've got the amazing tailgate that's going to be at our sportsbook annex, which is right next door, with an all-you-can-eat buffet. It starts at 3:00. Yingling is our sponsor for that. We're very excited to have Yingling here at Potawatomi, and they've been a good partner so far. And it's basically, if you come here, whether you are a big football fan or you want to see the game in the corner of your eye while you're, playing a hand of blackjack, you're going to be able to see the game.
That's
Very
awesome.
nice.
Jay, I got to ask, I know it's not related to this, but how was meeting Kevin Nash, Big Sexy? How was the Royal Rumble event?
So that is the event that I was referring to with the Broth Sliders. Kevin Nash, former WWE legend, was here in the house for Royal Rumble. Last week we had more than 100 fans who bought a ticket to do a meet and greet with Big Sexy, and he was awesome. He was really cool to chat with. Was very nice with all of our guests here, and Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson was in the house because he's a big wrestling fan, and so it was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of buzz. The men's rumble was pretty cool, but there was the excitement during the women's rumble was out of this world. I think you had
it was a better production, frankly.
I seem to think so too, but again, I'll defer to you, Mr. WWE. So
right, the WWE nerd. That's okay. I'll be that guy. But Jay, I mean, just back to Sunday and then moving forward, like what else do you have coming up over the next couple of weeks? What types of things can people take advantage of at the hotel casino, promotions or special meals or deals?
Absolutely. So one of the big things that I'm excited for is the Mid-States Poker Tour, now called the Major Series of Poker Tour, is going to be back at Potawatomi with a huge event starting February 17th. So all you poker players out there, there are a bunch of different events, just like any other big tournament you see or hear about on TV.
And as you know, Jay, I can now sign up for the 50 and older. For the first time.
It's a good thing I'm 2 years behind you, because otherwise I would, I would probably take that money on the table. But
does it come with liver and onions on that poker game, or
what if it does, Tommy? What if it does?
They have scheduled like 30-minute bathroom breaks like for the whole group.
Yes.
No, they hand out adult diapers right before the chip.
Let's go. I'm wearing one right now. Let's go.
And it's the 50 and over tournament starts at 9 a.m. so they can be done, for nap time.
Yeah, gotta get back. Got to get back before 60 minutes starts. Yeah,
And,
sure, I got it. Yeah.
Before Wheel of Fortune comes on. But no, our event center turns into the biggest poker room in Wisconsin. 42 tables. And this is one of the major series of poker, what they call one of their major events of the year. So there's a guaranteed $1 million main event. And their last tournament that we had here, it was a guaranteed $750, and I think we eclipsed $1.2 million in prize money for the main event. So it's really cool. People come around from not only from all over the state but the region, and then there are some people who travel with the MSPT that go from stop to stop. I met someone from Kentucky at the last event. So there's some pretty good poker being played, and we really like having them here at Potawatomi. Get a chance to show off the property and bring some folks in who might not know about Potawatomi and Milwaukee in general. So it'll be a really good event. And it's our 35th birthday. Hard to believe. We opened here in 1991. So we are turning 35 this year, and right now we've got some great 35th anniversary food and beverage specials, like a 35-cent cup of coffee at Cream City, $35 dinner for two at Ruyi, special wine bottle list at Dream Dance Steakhouse, $35. So you can sense a theme, and so we're planning things all year long to go along with our 35th. And we're just excited to have people come on in, and there are people who haven't been here in years that are still, even though it's not new to some of us, some of the new things that we've done, including the sports book. A lot of people haven't been here for a long time. Come on in and see what's new. Get as Will Ferrell would say in Elf, get the world's best cup of coffee.
That's right.
So we did it. So it's a good time. It's a fun time to be here, and opening day is right around the corner. We still got shuttles. We still got shuttles to Bucks games. We're gonna have shuttles going to Brewers games, so you can park here and avoid all that I-94 garbage. So it's a good time to be here. It's a fun time. Always fun time.
Awesome. If Tommy wants to come do his pre or post game show at the sports book there, would you let him do that, Jay?
See, unfortunately, that's not up to me.
If it were up to you, that's a no, is what I'm getting there. Yeah,
you guys,
it'd be a restraining order.
You guys know, I actually got a text that was like, "We missed you in the meeting," when they literally said we're gonna have to reschedule. So I missed the meeting. Now on top of it, I'm like, this is the most. I was there, and
Tommy,
I'm getting a phone call right now from someone in the meeing, like, to fill me in. So
good luck,
Jay. Like, you caught me at a perfect time today. Perfect time. That's what it sounds like.
There can't be a better time to catch you, or a bad time to catch you, because Mitch loves having me on, because then he takes less heat, because I just pile it onto you. So
Yeah,
That's true. That's
exactly.
fair. That's exactly
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, thank you so much for coming on today. Enjoy the weekend. Have a blast on Sunday. Can't wait to catch up with you after the weekend to hear about how great it was. And I'm going to say go Patriots. You don't have to, but can't wait for all the fun things going on at the Potawatomi Casino Hotel this weekend. Thanks, Jay.
hey, thank you guys very much.
Absolutely. Jay Saunders, Senior Manager, Public Relations over at Potawatomi, and they always do a great job. You know, whenever we're there, it's always a great experience.
Yeah.
Food, beverage, some gaming.
Yeah,
as
they
well.
really, I mean, honestly, like I went to the sports book, great staff behind the bar there. Like obviously our dream dance experience,
Oliver's,
everything. Yeah,
right,
just
is the
great,
best.
great staff. They really, they are top notch over there.
Austin Herdina, the best.
Yeah,
Austin, yeah.
Austin, yeah. And he'll probably be running around
Luis.
like a chicken with his head cut off. Him and Luis is going to be crazy this weekend for sure. Taking care of everybody. When we come back, we'll get into our favorite prop bets and what we think of the game. 4.5 point spread. Yeah, Tommy?
I also would love
Mason.
to debut this Mason Moments.
I like it.
So I'm
Oh,
telling
Mason's
you,
Moments
it's a good
in the
week to
rundown.
do it. It's a good
Mason's
week to do it.
Moments.
We talked about it. I got it ready.
All right.
I've gotten now a second text message about missing this meeting. That's just for you guys
were
to go.
literally
I was
in the
literally there.
One shining moment.
I mean,
I'm
this
going to talk to somebody on your behalf.
Are you
Yeah.
going to play
I'm
one
getting
shining
mad for
moment,
you.
please?
Can
we do that?
Was
Wait till March. Wait till March.
I
Wait
guess.
till March.
I guess.
It just
No,
feels
no.
good.
Wait till March.
All right, we'll wait.
He's Mason. He's Tommy. I'm Thunder. This is the Mason Crosby Show. One shining moment.
Oh, so good.
This is the Mason Crosby Show presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Where Mason, I know, like, I love the Sportsbook, and I would say this to Jay's face, like, I love everything they do there. And then I'm kind of like sad that like I can't bring, like, I understand I can't bring my kids into a casino. All right, I understand that, everybody.
Okay. You wish they had like a side door.
Right. I wish they had a side door, or like, and I know at Rock and Brews, you can actually come with kids if you go right into the 4th floor and then go straight into the restaurant.
Okay.
So you can do that. And Rock and Brews actually is really good pizza.
Oh,
I've had their pizza there.
Yeah.
It's really good. But I do wish, like, at the Sportsbook, like for the Royal Rumble, obviously I can't watch the Royal Rumble without Little Rumble, My Little Rumble. And so I watch it at home, which is great. And I love it. But like, I wouldn't mind watching it with a group of 100 people. That sounds great.
That's true. And then they would just have, unfortunately they would have had to like close it all the way off, like kind of carve out the like betting sports book space.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, it makes more sense.
It makes sense for them, but yes, for you, it doesn't make sense. And they
Thank
should
you.
have considered you whenever they made that.
But love the Potawatomi.
I don't know why they didn't.
By the way, during the break, just as an update for everybody, Corporate Tommy was in full effect. He was like, I was in the meeting. He was on the phone. And he was telling whoever was on the meeting with, like, I was in the meeting. I was ready to go. Somebody in the meeting, somebody in the meeting said, I think we're going to need to reschedule. So
No. Not just someone in the meeting. The organizer of the meeting.
Right. Said, I think we're going to need to reschedule. So Tommy left the meeting because he's actually working right now. And we love Tommy for working right now. Tommy's a stud. No, like, Tommy is 100% that man.
He's salty,
that
though.
dude.
I can feel the salt.
And then after Tommy left, people showed up into the Zoom and they had the meeting.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
just
what? Like 15 minutes
late.
It's a rolling 15 to start meetings.
That was pretty common in the NFL, right, Mason?
Yeah, just a rolling 15.
Prime would have fined them all $500. Prime would have fined them all $500. Can't miss a team meeting like that. Can we get into
Do you want to know what that number was if you were late to a meeting?
Yes. What was it?
It was like the late to a meeting was 2,500. And then if you were more than 10 minutes late, it was like 12 grand.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Because it was deemed a missed meeting.
How did Charles get out of that when you were like, all he did was practice like on Sunday?
He was at meetings.
Oh,
he went to every meeting.
All right.
He just didn't go to practice. He was rehabbing the whole time.
You don't mess with a man's money.
You do not miss meetings.
Who missed a meeting, Mace?
BJ Raji missed a lot.
Okay, all right.
So that draft class had the most fines of anyone in the history of the Packers organization.
Wow.
Yeah. It got so bad, like the veteran group was like, we got to start putting it up in team meetings. Like we need to shame them into maybe doing it. They're late to workouts, missing meetings. Like, I think by the end of the year, that draft class had like 300,000 in fines that given back to the organization.
I would like to be the fund for the fines for the remainder of the time over there. Right. If anyone,
I'm pretty sure it went to the Packers Foundation and it went to kids and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think people got, like, veterans probably got to direct it in a certain way as well.
All right.
Are we ready for Mason's moments?
So there's going to be a little more production coming to this. It's been a crazy week. Just get ready. New version of the Mason Crosby Show coming next week. Get ready for it. All right. Now, Mason, I have a couple of moments. It is what better fitting to start off Mason's moments, going back, looking at some moments throughout your career, not necessarily all based around you. I based this one just around the Packers Super Bowl and the team that you were a part of. And I think it'd be cool to get your perspective on some of these moments. I don't know how many we'll get to, so I want to make sure I get to at least 2 of these. So we're going to start with the very famous NFL Films moment, Kevin Green, the late Kevin Green, right?
Yep.
And
Clay Matthews.
Matthews. It was the first play of the 4th quarter, as people remember, and I'll take you back to it right here.
Everybody looks up to Wood as being a leader. He's gone. Nobody's standing up and rallying the troops. It is time. It is time. They're all looking at me. I got a feeling they're pulling this way. Check plus. Spill it, pick it, spill it. Like that.
Pittsburgh with the ball down by 4. Mendenhall, loss of football. Picked up by Bishop.
So that play obviously
gives me chills.
The forced fumble from Clay Matthews picked up
It is time
by Desmond Bishop. It is time, Mason, being on the sideline. in that biggest game of your career, watching a moment like that, knowing you need a spark? Take us through it.
Well, obviously, we don't know like that moment of Kevin Green until after the fact. Like, not everybody was involved in that, but just, we talk about it all the time, like that leadership. Like, he's like, Woodson is out. Who is going to step up? And then just like how that team, you want to know why they won a championship? That moment where Clay Matthews is yelling at Ryan Pickett to spill the play because he knew what they were running and he was going to have him bounce outside and he was going to be right there to meet him, right? So, like, those are the types of things that was why that team won a Super Bowl. Everybody knew exactly what to do every time. They were well coached, and we went out and executed at a high level. So it gave me chills hearing Kevin Green's voice again and, like, just knowing what that moment meant in that game and knowing right in that, like, we were right on the cusp of winning a Super Bowl. Like, you don't – it's hard to explain that feeling. And in the moment, though, I still remember as soon as I saw the ball pop out, like I always do on any turnover, my first reaction, I don't get to watch a lot like until after the fact because I ran to go kick a ball in the net in case we picked it up and ran it in for a touchdown. So my first reaction is always go, like get myself ready. And then I look back and I'm like, all right, he's down. Now take a breath, get ready for this drive to go and make sure we seal this game off.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it.
So great.
I wanted to get another one in.
From your description of that.
Yes. I got two more here. Let's go back a little bit earlier in the game. I wanted to make sure we got the Kevin Green one in, but I think we got time for these other two. Friend of yours, Jordy Nelson, right?
Yep. Yes.
Monster game in that Super Bowl. It was between him and Aaron on who was going to win the MVP. They're going to default to the quarterback quite a bit. But let's take in Jordy Nelson's touchdown in that game.
Rodgers, Jordy Nelson, touchdown, Green Bay.
Joe Buck channeling his Al Buck in here. Just nothing after a lot of this.
Nothing. Great throw, great pass.
But
good catch.
Also thinking about it just from how friendly were you with Jordy at the time versus like where you are today? Because it seems like he's one of your really good buddies on the team, and not to say anyone else is or isn't at that level.
We were roommates in training camp. We were roommates from day one.
So seeing like a guy that you've gone through that with have that moment, is there something to that in the NFL?
Yeah, because also that was one of those, right, where it was kind of his like coming out party, like for his career in the NFL. Like his first couple of years, were he was a special teams guy. He was just doing all the dirty work, and then that game, just like it was like Jordy Nelson's something to be reckoned with. He's big, he's fast, he has great hands. I love that throw and that catch. Just hearing it, you can just see him where he like backs into the guy, basically just shields him off, and like just how quickly he gets that ball secured and gets down. And I'm sure it was known, but he was dealing with a huge bursa sac thing in his knee pretty much that whole game. And I think they drained it at halftime. He was just like, he was hurting. So again, I talk about that all the time. Obviously, I was intimately in that locker room and knew those guys on a high level, but it was different. Those guys were just built differently. And from the Kevin Green moment to that moment, it was just guys that were going to will things to happen in big moments. And Jordy Nelson was definitely one of those.
Love that.
And the final one, the final call.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl. The Lombardi Trophy is coming home.
That's the best.
The moment. What like you win the Super Bowl, dude. You're like right in the next frame. After the knee, it's like they pan to your sidelines and it's you running like either to your helmet there or not. You have way less gray hair. Like
I was a youngster, man.
Is it today? It was 15 years ago today?
Yeah, it was today. And this is a good time to do this.
So that moment, if we're going back, like none bigger in your career, right?
Oh, for sure. And it's you like just take yourself back to being like a little kid, and you don't know what your life's going to be like, but you start watching sports, you're enjoying sports, and you see your first Super Bowl and the confetti and all that, and you're just like, man, I wonder what that is like. And you start painting this picture, and you're like, it has to be the coolest feeling in the world, but you're just like, it can never be as big or as great as you probably even make it out to be. Oh, but it is. It's like it's even bigger and more amazing. I mean, I'm just like hugging whoever like you can, get your arms around. Like you're beating each other up. I mean, you got to watch out for the offensive linemen because they're throwing swings basically and hitting everybody. And then again, then my family was there, and Nolan is 6 months old, and Molly makes her way down. They get them down to the field, and like just the emotion when I see, I'm holding my son. He's got his, headphones on, and we got a picture, and I'll show you, like, if y'all haven't seen it before. I got like my Super Bowl hat on. I got I already have a newspaper with Packers Super Bowl champs holding Nolan, and it's like my all-time favorite picture that I've ever had. So that moment was so special, and just knowing that like Super Bowl champion, like there's nothing, no one can beat that. No one can do, it's like, you can't take that moment away. It's just always going to stand the test of time. And that hard to beat that moment. Other than, my kids having the birth of my kids, my marriage, those things, are right there. Winning a Super Bowl in the sports world and as a football player is definitely top of that career list.
Did you get to touch the belt?
The belt?
That
Aaron's belt? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I mean, and then Roger Staubach and some legends, obviously, they're in Dallas, are walking with their white gloves with the trophy, and it's like you get to see it for the first time as it's going up to the stage, and it's just like, man, this what a cool moment.
How
that's
how
awesome.
fast after the game till you start drinking?
The party, that's what a lot of people don't talk about. Is how, and they probably, like, for good reason. I almost got kicked out of my own Super Bowl party towards the end of the night.
After it, hey, all right.
Young Mason, Mason did
I'm
it.
there with my brother, my like my whole
15
family.
years ago, you were basically Tommy's age.
I was, exactly Tommy's age.
Yes.
I love it.
And so it's late at night. Kid Rock plays for like 2 hours,
Obviously.
and he was, I mean, like my legs were sore from like dancing and like partying after the game, probably more so than kicking, because I didn't kick a ton in the game. And then late at night, another funny one, Johnny Drama was there.
Of course.
Like, got to hang and party with Johnny Drama. We did that so many times. So do you know, in an open bar, you can't just grab your own beers? Like, they have to still hand it to you. So late at night, I'm reaching over, just grabbing beers out, and they're like, "You do that again, and you're out of here." And I was like, "This is our party,"
It's amazing.
Oh man.
Oh man, y'all would have enjoyed 20-year-old Mason. That was
awesome.
That was a good time.
Now you're all.
Let's make our
I'm
official
all
picks.
dad. I'm still fun. Relax.
Let's send everybody into the weekend. Let's make our official picks when we come back. Mason's extra points and our Super Bowl picks coming up on the Mason Crosby Show. Awesome job, Tommy.
Yep.
That
Well
was
done,
great.
Thank you.
Yes. This is the Mason Crosby Show presented by Verizon.
What's on Mason Crosby's mind today?
Now I'm thinking.
It's time for Extra Points, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis. Tell me what's on your mind. On the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
All right, fellas, and everyone listening, appreciate the week. It is Friday. We are right here on the weekend. It's almost time. This is the Mason Crosby Show, and we are presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of your Green Bay Packers. I'm excited about the Olympics. It just kicked off here at 1 o'clock. Did y'all see that? This is something I was thinking about, and I just wanted to bring it up here. I didn't realize, did Lindsey Vonn did she tear her ACL?
She tore her ACL.
And she just is like, and she's still competing?
She's still competing.
What a baller.
Yeah, I mean,
that's legit.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, just let's get Nick Baumgartner on again, and like he'll just be like, yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah,
he's like,
I just got done telling you guys, like, Winter Olympics athletes are psychos.
Seriously.
Like, that's psycho behavior.
Yeah, seriously. He's like, cut my arm off, I'm still going.
Legs work.
Doesn't matter.
Mason 715 texts into the Nicolay Law Talking Text Club. We love Jordy Nelson so much, such a great football player and just an amazing, amazing man. So thank you for sharing that. And Mason, thank you for being his friend. We named our son Jordy after him, and it's amazing.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
He is definitely one of the best. And just, you just know what you're going to get from Jordy. He is just the most consistent person you're ever going to be around.
All right. The Seahawks are favored by 4.5 points on Sunday, Mace.
Yep.
You got a final. You want?
Yeah,
want to
you know,
do you want to do a score, or I'll
sure.
I'll go first if you want me to.
You go. Yeah. See if you pick your Patriots and what your score
Shockingly, I'm taking the Patriots 27-23. The over/under is like 46.5. So which is actually a low over/under for Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I got the Patriots 27-23. I think they understand they can't turn the ball over. If they turn the ball over, this game gets away from them quickly. But I think they've learned that lesson from the other playoff games. And 27-23 Patriots.
24-9 Seahawks.
24-9.
Get the over on the field goals.
And
Drake May. Sam Darnold ain't seeing ghosts no more. Drake May does.
New York Jets reference there.
That's right. I got Seahawks 27-13. I think over on the field goals. There's going to be multiple field goals in this game. But, I think it's going to be tight in the first half, and then Seahawks defense and everything, they're just going to pull away there in the second half.
Nice. Well, Mace, Mr.
Right.
Mom, Mr. Dad.
Got to get to work now.
Let's go. Have an amazing weekend. We'll check in throughout just to make sure you're still standing.
That's right.
And I can't wait for Monday's show to hear more about it.
We're going to crush it. Have a great one, everybody.
All right. I'm in for Sparky from 2 to 4, so I'm going to keep this rolling with Big Chuck. He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis. You've been listening to the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. Super Bowl weekend, everybody. Let's go.
I was